After leaving work together, you got into Jungkook's car because he was taking you home. Jungkook says, about the party. I will pick you up after work. Is that okay with you? You say, yes, yes, sure. Jungkook says, okay. He smiled at you and started driving the car. After a while Jungkook was driving, you fell asleep. He looked at you and noticed that you were asleep. Jungkook says, cute. He mumbled softly. After a while, he arrived in front of your house. He looked at you and did not want to wake you up because he knew you were tired from work. Jungkook thinks she is so beautiful. How? He leaned back in his seat, then turned to you and looked at you for a few minutes. You woke up. You say, oh, we arrived? Jungkook says, oh, yes, yes. He said shyly. You say, why didn't you wake me up? Jungkook says, I just wanted to wake you up now. Yeah. You say, oh, okay, I will go now. Thank you for the ride. Jungkook says, no problem, baby. You blushed. You were about to get out of the car, but Jungkook grabbed your hand. Jungkook says, babe, where is my kiss? You kissed him on the cheek. Jungkook says, not there. Here. He pointed his finger at his mouth. You kissed him. Jungkook says, that's my baby. You chuckled. You say, I have to go now. Bye. Jungkook says, but I want more kisses. You say, babe, I have to go now. Tomorrow I will give you as many kisses as you want. Jungkook says, promise me. You say, I promise, Cookie. See you tomorrow. Bye. You say, bye-bye. You got out of the car and went home. You took a shower and lay down on your bed to sleep, but a message arrived on your phone. You picked up your phone and read the message Jungkook sent you. Jungkook says, I miss you. Let's see each other on video call. You started to panic. You say, what? Now? I need to get dressed and put makeup on. You say, what should I do now? I will say that I fell asleep. Yes, I will say that. And then you went to sleep. Next day at work. Nain says, good morning, sweetie. You say, good morning. You smiled at her and hugged her, and she hugged you back. Nason says, how was the work yesterday? Did you finish it? You say, yes. Nason says, by the way, Mr. Jian told me to take this to his office. She gave you a report, and you took it. You say, okay, I will go give it to him and come back. Nain says, okay. You knocked on the door and entered. You say, Mr. Jian? He looked around, but no one was there. Since no one was in the office, you decided to go out and come back later. But someone pulled you by your wrist. Jungkook says, where are you going? He said with his deep voice. You say, I wanted to come later because there was no one here. Jungkook says, I'm here now. You say, I wanted to give you this. You gave him the report. He took it and put it on his desk. You say, I'm going now. You open the door, but Jungkook closed it and pulled you toward him with his hand on your waist. Jungkook says, no, baby, you are staying here. You say, huh? Jungkook says, tell me why you did not call me yesterday. I sent you a message. You say, because I was tired and immediately fell asleep. Jungkook says, okay, give me a kiss now. You say, not here, everyone will see us. Jungkook says, yesterday, you told me I would get as many kisses as I wanted. You say, yes, but not here. Jungkook says, okay, then just give me one kiss now. You kissed him and ran out of the office. Jungkook says, cute. You sat next to your best friend Nayeon. Nayeon says, why are you red? You say, me? Red? Nayeon says, yes, girl, you. She winked at you. You say, it's hot here. Nayeon says, no, it's not hot. See, we also have air conditioning. You say, yes, yes, and will you go to the party? You wanted to change the subject. Nayeon says, yes, maybe I will go. You say, okay, let's work now. We have a lot of work. Nayeon says, yeah. Time skip. After work. You got dressed for the party and left your house. Because you received a message from Jungkook that he was waiting for you in front of your house. You got in the car. Jungkook says, "Wow, baby, you are so beautiful." You say, "Thank you, baby." You say, "You are handsome too, babe." Jungkook says, I know, just for you." He kissed you and started driving the car. You both went inside the party and Jungkook took you by the hand. Jungkook says, "Don't worry, everything will be fine, okay?" You nodded. Jungkook says, "Let's sit." Girl 2 says, "Is that?" Girl 5 says, "Yes." Girl 7 says, "Why is she with Mr. Jean?" Girl 2 says, "I don't know." Girl 22 says, Mr. Jean is so handsome." Girl says, "Yeah, and is pretty." Girl 1 says, "They look so cute together." You saw Neon. You say, "Oh, Neon is here. I will go greet her." Jungkook says, "Okay, baby." You went to Neon. Neon says, "What is happening here?" She winked at you. You say, "What?" Neon says, "Why are you here with Mr. Jean?" You say, "I will explain to you later." Mizion says, "Okay, but do not forget to tell me everything." You say, "Okay, I'm going now." You went back to Jungkook. The party started and everyone was having fun. Jackson says, "Oh, hey." You say, "Hi." Jackson says, "How are you?" You say, "I'm good. How about you?" Jackson says, "I'm perfect. You are so pretty." You say, "Thanks." Jungkook says, "Hello, bro, but I will not let you flirt with my girlfriend." He took your hand and led you away. Jackson says, "What?" You say, "Where are we going?" Jungkook says, "You will see, baby." He brought you somewhere quieter, away from the party. Jungkook says, "We are here because I do not want that guy to flirt with you." You say, "Haha, okay." Jungkook says, "Why are you laughing?" You say, "Are you jealous?" Jungkook says, "Of course I am." He hugged you. Jungkook says, "We're alone now." He gently stroked your hair. Jungkook says, "You promised me something, babe. Give me 100 kisses now." You say, "What?" Jungkook says, "Just kiss me. Come on. You told me you would give me as many kisses as I wanted." You kissed him and he kissed you back. You broke the kiss. You say, "Are you satisfied now?" Jungkook says, "No, I want more." You say, "Aish, you are so crazy." Jungkook says, "Yes, only for you." He kissed you and you kissed him back.